Okay, everybody, we are recording. Hopefully I don't have this glare, but I'm going to minimize myself anyway because I am one of those people that love PowerPoints and I hate looking at myself. I don't mind that I'm up here in the right-hand corner. I'm just not interested in being center stage. But here we go with our Monday mentor call. And it is going to be on making effectives names list. So thank you everybody for joining us. Welcome, welcome. I hope that these have been a help to you, and we are going to try and organize them a little bit better on some kind of contact sheet so people can get them. There we go. So I want to remind you that I am following through these mentor calls, I am following a 3-step success plan that works on improving yourself, building a team, and becoming a leader. And that we will continue right now with this class. It's in the improve yourself section. Now there are 10 major things that help you improve yourself and working to that direction. There are tons of classes we're going to work on. These aren't the only ones, but these are the ones that I think you should do as soon as you get started if you haven't done them yet. So the most important I believe in improving yourself phase is creating a personal improvement plan. If you have not got with a person that enrolled you or an accountability partner of any kind, do that today before you do anything else. Because the personal improvement and the personal for yourself, if you keep building yourself, you will go far. Okay, but you also need an accountability partner, a coach, a rah-rah team, someone to get you through. So find somebody today, work out a personal improvement plan together, and then get started on these other mentor calls. But you need to do that first. Today we're going to be talking about making an effectives list of 200 people. I know, 200 people. Don't get worried. I'm going to show you how easy that is. Look, I cannot stress enough the importance of making a list of the people you know. Experience has showed that one of the fastest way to achieve job-dropping residual income in this industry is to make a list of at least 200 people and then effectively contact them. Yet this is one of the tasks that gets overlooked the most. Our business is driven by word of mouth, period. Or I should say, our business is driven by word of mouth, exclamation point. There's no advertising, there's no commercials, no banners, no spam, no flyers. Our business grows when one person talks to another person. And that usually happens on the phone, face-to-face, through email or other technologies, but make no mistake about it, these people come in contact with you when you make the initial effort to come into contact with them. And the best way to do this effectively, I should say, is through a list. Now, what's unique about the industry we're in is that, let's just say you wanted to reach 1 million people. To do that, you would have to go out and talk to 15,000 people a year for the next 67 years. Granted, you will have an amazing business if you could do that and talk to 1 million people. But through the industry that we have of networking and direct sales, you can simply spearhead the effort to contact and add 100 people to your company. And each of those 100 people add 15 people that present the presentation at least 15 times a month. And in 5.5 years, your organization will have reached 1 million people. Now that's duplication. That is what our whole industry is based off of, reaching 100 people quicker and most effectively. Now, I am not telling you that you have to do that, because with doTERRA, you don't need 1 million people to make it in this organization. A doTERRA diamond is something that someone strives for. The average doTERRA diamond, regardless if they have 50,000 people on their team or less, they will have, on average, 500 wellness advocates doing an LRP of 100 plus PV, structured effectively to give them their 6 lists. That's all they need to hit the a little bit less than $205,000 a year. So to make it to doTERRA Diamond, you don't need 1 million people. You just need a team, regardless of the size, that has 500 wellness advocates with 100 PV or more. So believe me, if you learn this duplication effort of making a list, start contacting, teaching your people to do the same, they teach their people, how quickly will 500 get on their team if you're sharing everything that doTERRA has for you? All right. So why do we have to put names on paper rather than, as long as they're accessible, why bother? Let me explain. Because a list is more than just a list of names. It's a measuring stick. 100% of the people who make an effective names list of 200 people, and I'm saying 200, but don't get caught up on the number, okay? Don't get caught up on the number. If you make a list, effective list of 200 people or more, and appropriately contact them and follow up with them, this will 100% of the time create the success that you set out to accomplish. 100% of the time. So a list will give you you can contact and present the opportunity to people in a logical and effective order, which I'm going to teach you how. You can strategize on how and when to make the contact. You can move from one person to the next person efficiently. Okay, so if someone doesn't answer the phone, you don't have to sit around for 15-20 minutes or even half a day waiting for them to call. You just move on. If you don't have a list, you don't know who to move on to. You can keep track of who you called, presented to, sampled to, etc. And you can make your list an asset versus a liability. Let me just briefly explain. Let's say you make a list of 200 people and you call 8. Because you called one, and then you moved on to the next one, and then you moved on to the next one efficiently. Worst case scenario, each of these 8 people said now isn't a good time for them. All is not lost. You still have 198 names to go. But let's just say today, and all you've ever done is wrote down 10 key people that you think that would be perfect for this, and that's all you have on your list. Now this list becomes a liability because you've gone through the 8. Now isn't a good time to talk or hear the whole case scenario, and you only have 2 names left. This is what goes through the mind of the people with 2 names left. This doesn't work. I'm not good at this. I can't do this. And they shift their efforts to what I call a scarcity mode. Scarcity mode means, oh my God, I only have 2 lists. And then they close in and they do nothing. They do nothing because they think it doesn't work, and they freeze and they never move forward. If they had a list of 200 and they did that with 8, they open up into abundance mode and are open because they just move down the list till the next person and the next person and the next person. And they have lots of names left that they haven't even contacted yet. So that's a liability by having less, and it's an asset by having more. So I'll tell you how to create a names list that will become an asset to you. So an effective names list starts with, I really need some chapstick or something. Effective names list starts with realizing how people fit into your life. Everyone has 4 types of people that they're associated with: hot, a warm, a chicken, and then a cold. So let's take a look at each. Your hot list. Now, these are the people that You can walk into their house, open their fridge, take out something to eat, take out something to drink, and they're okay with that. These are typically your family and your close friends. More likely they will listen to you because they care about what you care about, and they want to know what you know and what you're taking advantage of. They also they're curious too to see what you value in life, and they know a lot about you. The good thing is that these people know you very, very well. The bad thing is that these people know you very, very well as well. They are the people you know. That's the good thing is they can be more skeptical. People on your hot list are your most skeptical when you're new because they don't know what you're into and haven't seen what it's done for you yet. So keep in mind that this is a good time to have a backup when talking to people. And we have created a backup for you to get started with. There are live classes all the time. This is a great opportunity to tell the people you know, your family and close friends, that you are new at this and that you're interested in seeing what they think about it. And send them to a live class with one of the leaders that are giving the class. Or you can reach back to your support team and ask them to bridge that gap between your newness and how it's experienced for them. The middle list is called the warm list. Now, warm contacts are those you know by their first name. You can call them and say, "Hey, Bob, it's Parker." And he wouldn't wonder who the heck Parker is. Usually these people work with you in the neighborhood. They may be involved with you at work or in your pastimes. They may be involved with you with church or other organizations. In all likelihood, they will listen to you as well. Some will listen because they see you often and generally know that they generally know you and they want to see what you're all excited about and what's this new thing and what are you talking about. Others will listen out of obligation. In either case, your goal is to set up a meeting to expose these warm names list to your products and services and to meet with you. This list usually lands in a sale of some kind, depending on your effectiveness to get them in front of the right people. So the good news with this group is that they know you. The bad news is that they know you and don't know how your why relates to what you do. Questioning your credibility. Now, I'm not saying your credibility for the quality of trust. I'm saying the fact that you may be a mechanic in life and are used to working on cars. So they might not understand how you got involved in essential oils, how it benefits you for them to watch it. So when it comes to dealing with your warms list, here is another good reason to have a backup plan in place that you can tell people that you're into something new, that this peppermint is working amazing for your headache, and you would like to see what they think about the products and invite them to participate in a live class or with your support team. Now, your support team will always edify you for the first touch, set your credibility that you are doing amazing jobs, and the follow-up will be so much easier after these people have had that first touch through our group. That's what we're here for. Don't try to explain every product when you don't know what the product is about. Don't try and explain the company or the industry when you're not sure about it yourself. Just say, I have a great group of people that are helping me every step of the way, and it would be in your best interest to hear it from them rather than me mess it all up. Send them to the class. We will edify you, and then you can follow up yourself. So then there's the chicken list. Now, these are the people you tend to admire and look up to most. Most people usually think that these people on your chicken list have a perfect or highly desirable lifestyle, and because of that, they wouldn't be interested in enrolling with you either as a customer or an associate. However, my experience has shown that the people on your chicken list are usually your very best prospects because they usually are open to learning more about educating themselves in different things, and they embrace change and new stuff quicker than most. In fact, many will take advantage of your products or service as a loyal customer, and then those who choose to take advantage of the business opportunity you offer will create a great income stream very quickly with very little training because they're in that position already. The good news is with these is they know you, so they may be willing to be open up and meet with you. The bad news is that these people may not know you well enough to feel comfortable to do business with you until they see that you are committed for the long haul, competent as an associate, and know your products, company, and industry. And if they decide to explore the business opportunity, they will want to know that your company and you are making capital. They want to know that you're making money. All right? So this list is very important that in the beginning, you rely on your support team as a great asset for help. But this will come later as you increase your knowledge and your personal improvement. Reaching back, they will help you. People with high PEEs, and I call PEs personal effectiveness in life, enroll people with high PEPs. CEOs know a lot of CEOs and people in that position and are more likely to generate in those same circles. Orthopedics enroll orthopedics, lawyers enroll lawyers. The best education I can tell you is to get to know the people on your team that are offering support, because they will help you. Ask them for ideas on how you can talk to your chicken list people. Ask them to come with you to talk to these people. Ask them if they would do a 3-way call with you or for you to speak with these people that you're not comfortable talking to yet. Now, I have found that some people get worried that their support team is going to steal their prospect. Then you are not yourself moving in honesty and a belief of honesty, integrity, and trust. You need to be able to move in a belief system of honesty, integrity, and trust in this kind of business, because we are here to help you. We don't succeed until everybody succeeds, regardless if it's cross-line. I have built such great relationship on people that I do not benefit from and they do not benefit from me. And we have worked together in collaboration to work with each other and help each other succeed. So you need to let go of that stinking thinking and realize that we are all in this together. With perfect edification of this CEO of you, and then in turn you edifying your teammate and your teammate edifying you, you will be able to increase your credibility with these people on your chicken list. I'll be focusing on a class about edification and how powerful that could be in your business. But you're not alone in this. That's the main thing. You're not alone. When it comes to people on this team, we are here to help one another. That's why we're doing these live classes. That's why people are having classes all over again. That's why we're doing 3-way calls like crazy. It's all for the team that we're building together as a team. Now, this last section I have down on the bottom right, and that's called your cold list. Let me tell you, these are people that you don't know yet, so it's impossible to make a list. But be prepared to have this list on the side, because as you're contacting your hot and warm, cold list, your cold list will be increasing every day. You may initiate to get your cold list. It's going to be by referrals, or it's going to be you initiating a conversation with brand new people you've never met before. For most people in direct selling, this is the scariest type of contact. But don't let this group scare you, because cold contacts can be a great prospect. I love cold contacts because they don't know anything about me. They don't hardly know anything about the company or products or what they heard from someone else. So it allows me to open up and be truthful and educate them appropriately. And so if they need to find out about me and somebody's referred them to me, I always ask the referral to speak very highly of me, explain how well I'm doing with these products, how they've helped me, and how I've helped other people. But I also ask the referral, do not try and educate them on the product. Do not try and educate them on the company. Do not try and educate them at all, because it's hard for the person referring the cold contact to explain things that they don't know a lot about. So I ask for edification, build me up, and in turn I will build them up so that we can start on a blank slate, both of us. The cold contact can run a blank slate on me, I can run a blank slate on them, and we can build a relationship on each other's terms. So it's also very easy for if an associate, someone who comes as an associate, refers somebody to you, because I will edify the person that referred me all the time. I will tell them how awesome they are, how they're starting the business, how they are taking off, how they're knowledgeable, how I am so lucky to work for them. So I increase their credibility as well. This offers a great opportunity for both of us to not go into this with any preconceived notions on the part of the person on my cold list, my list, their idea of the company, their idea of the products, or their idea of who I am. I love cold prospect lists, and the best way to get them is through your hot and warm list. After you've discussed them, asking them openly that the best thing you can do for me is help me by referring people you know to me. Okay? Now, each of these lists, hot, warm, chicken, cold, has specific skills and knowledge needed to make the appointments with these people. And each provides you with a great opportunity to grow your business as well as grow you in the long run. So let's talk about making this names list. On a separate sheet of paper, I want you to make 3 categories and label them hot, warm, and chicken. Now, start writing names. I don't have my book with me, but I actually did 3 separate sheets of paper, a hot sheet, a warm sheet, and a chicken sheet in a notebook. And the reason being was I wanted room to write little notes and stuff in. But regardless, you're going to put the names down and you're going to start writing names. Think of everybody you know. This does not mean that we're going to be contacting every single person, so don't get nervous. You will probably never complete this initial list in contacts, but your business will strive just by you putting names down on a piece of paper. Don't prejudge, and your list will grow and grow. Here's what happens. You make this initial list. You start with your hot list and start contacting people. They either say yes, no, become a customer or not. You ask for the referral, they refer someone, and now you start creating a colds list. You have credibility because you ask for credibility with your cold list. Grandma is always going to want to support you, and she's probably going to say, my granddaughter is starting this, and I'm looking for people that she can buy. Please buy products from her because she is awesome. So they will start referring you to people, and you may start adding your cold list. You may start doing this with your warm list too, and you may start adding people, and through the help of your upline in these live classes, they may be enrolling as customers, wholesale customers, as well as an associate. Here's what happens when your cold list or your warm list enrolls as an associate. They start making their own list. They start duplicating your efforts, and next thing you know, you can't even get to client number 39 because you have such a big cold list going, and you're helping your other team with their hot and warm list as well. So believe me, don't prejudge this first list. The biggest mistake people make is that making a decision for someone else. Let them make the decision for themselves. Never assume someone is happy where they are. Just because you think that person has everything you want does not mean that they have everything they want. So don't put the name down. Don't prejudge the person. Keep writing the names down no matter what. The categories and specific specifications will determine who you will contact first, second, or third. But just start putting the names down. When you hit a blank, that's okay. I have a memory jogger I can send you. All you got to do is get online with me, message me or text me, send me that memory jogger, and I will send you a PDF to help you do that. But what I want you to do now is I'm going to teach you how to make this names list very effective. And this is the step that a lot of people don't realize to do and could literally make or break you because you're not using the effectiveness of the list. So let me explain, okay? Setting your names list on the side for now. Don't forget, that names list is going to be a never-ending process. I encourage you to go back to your initial list once a month, adding, subtracting, highlighting winners, moving on, because your cold list is going to keep you busy, but update this hot, warm chicken list monthly. Set it down. If you do it this weekend, every fourth weekend, I want you to go in there and update it, okay? Now, back to what I was saying about, making your list effective. This step will make your list the most important thing you can do is this step, okay? First, I want you to create a list of characteristics and qualities of people you want to associate with and build a strong business with. Far too often, people work in scarcity mode and feel that their job is to get everyone on their team before anyone else, no matter what, because they are in a belief that they're going to run out of people to talk to. In reality, this year, there are about 329.5 million people in the US and 7.7 billion people worldwide. There are a lot of people out there to talk to. So why would we feel that we're in scarcity and have to take anybody or beg people to be a part of what we have offer? We just need to find people that are like-minded and are interested in what we're interested and support them and teach them and educate them on what we know. So be selective, okay? If we eliminate, say, 100 million people, there are still 200 million people in the US alone to talk to, okay? Plenty of people out there. So, okay, this is the way I look about it. I care so much about who my children associate with. I care when my sister hangs out with the wrong people and my brother has a new girlfriend that I don't think fits up to his amazing standards. So we care about the characteristics, qualities, and assets that people have in our life. And I know that people take their time to choose their spouse wisely, and make sure that they know they're going to be spending the rest of their life with the spouse. So they put in everything they want and they don't just settle. They go all out for specification of what they look for in a spouse. We should do the same thing for what we look for in a business. Now, do I believe other people are going to come our way? Yes. Do I believe people are going to fall into our path? Yes. But why not create a foundation of what we're looking for and then strive and work towards this goal instead of just being scared and taking everybody that comes and then having to work twice as hard to get them to be like-minded? Okay, before I ramble off, because this part is very passionate to me, that people realize don't live in scarcity, live in abundance. There's so many people out there, there's so many people that fit the qualifications and characteristics that you're looking for. So you should really care about it when it comes to business as well. Let's face it, we're going to spend a lot of time and resources with these people. So let's make this count for us. Don't shortchange yourself. And remember, this is a relationship business. I don't want to work with men that cheat on their spouses. I don't want to put myself in a position that I'm going to ruin my integrity in any way. So don't shortcut yourself and put down what you want. It could be 1 or it can be 100. I do suggest that you make the list big. Not that you're second guessing, but be particular is what I'm saying. Now I use PEPs to identify people, but you could just put down, these are some of the things that I looked for when I was thinking, okay, what do I want somebody in the business? I want someone with a strong belief system that they don't doubt. They have strong values. I want people that are honest and have integrity. I want people that are committed. I don't want people saying, you know what, I really don't want to do this, but I will just because you're my friend. I want people that are committed. I want people with great work habits, people that are interested in working on personal development. That is key. If we are constantly building, I am such a better person than I was years ago when I started in this industry. I think the personal development and the personal improvement that this industry offers can't be beat by any employment job I have ever had. Even in physical therapy, where I needed to have 30 CEUs every licensure, was nothing compared to the personal improvement I have received in this industry. I want people that are goal-orientated, relationship-orientated, and success-orientated. I don't want people that are happy being living in scarcity and failure. I want people that are connected to people. I want people that love up on, edify each other. I want people that groom and dress appropriately. And this I say not to be judging, because I'm in my jammy bottoms right now, just saying. I always wear a nice shirt, jammy bottoms, or sweat bottoms. They are comfortable. But when I'm going to a business meeting, I don't want somebody showing up in a wife beater tank top and jammy bottom pants and flip-flops. I mean, I just described my husband, but I don't want that in a business meeting. I don't want people coming, if we're going to go work out in the garden, I expect you to dress appropriately for the garden. I don't want you to come in a business suit. I'm going to feel uncomfortable if you get it dirty or something like that. If we're going to go jumping at Sky Zone with the kids, I don't want you to come in a mini skirt. I don't think that's appropriate. So I do think appropriate dress says a lot about you when you're dealing with business. And these are my business characteristics. These aren't my personal, spousal, children characteristics. These are my business characteristics I'm looking for. I also want people that are motivated, great listening skills, and which is really lacking. We're going to do a class on that too as well. And people that have the ability to invest in the business or open to finding new ways to invest in the business. These are just a couple. There are so many qualities. I want you to take all that, and let's just say you have 50. Or 30 or whatever. That is your magic number and the goal of 100% of the characteristics you have, 50. So let's go ahead now and look at your names list, okay? So this is, we need to find out the totals. So look at Bob Jones. Now, Bob Jones, as I look through the requirements of a list of 20, Bob has 5 of those. Do you know why? Bob is on my hot list. He's my friend and family. I know so much about him. He may not be in the same business I am. You know, he could be somebody completely different, but doesn't fit those qualities I'm looking for in a business partner. Yes, he's honesty, integrity. Yes, he's, you know, let me go back to the list. He's honesty. He has a great belief system. He has great work habits, but he's really not goal oriented. His job is to go to work, make your paycheck, and come back. I ask him what he's striving for in the future. What do you mean? So he might not fit into this. He definitely doesn't edify others, you know, because he's a mechanic and he thinks greasy, hard work is better than people that go to the office, or like me, I work from home. He thinks I need to go out and get a job. But I love Bob, and he definitely doesn't, he's always in his greasy work clothes. So he may only have 5 of the 20 characteristics, business characteristics I'm looking for to build my business with, okay? And then I look at Bill Johnson, and he has 12 of those 20s. And then I look at Ben Marks and Larry Jenkins, and they are on my chicken list because they have everything I want in the business, and I'm uncomfortable talking to them because they are in a different category as myself. Do you know why? Not because I'm not in that category, but our belief system of ourselves is usually small. We might say, yes, we can do it, but we also need edification from others to feel that way. So we tend to be down on ourselves more. So even though we may be a 20, we never feel like it. So that automatically puts those people on our chicken list anyway. Okay, so make sure you give them a 20 if they get a 20, a 5 if they get a 5. Don't second guess yourself. This is really simple. Look at your list. Bob is this. Oh, nope, no. 5. Mary Smith is blah, 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 blah. Maria Hogan is blah, 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 blah. And give them the number that qualifies. If you think, here's the thing, people will be like, seriously? 200 names? And now you want me to number them? Start with the quality and characteristics list first. And then as you put the names down, give them the number right away. If you think this is tedious and just a task to complete as you go, you are missing the point that this is a professional business. If you think small, easy ways to cut through your business and jump over steps, you will get small, easy, jumped over rewards. Okay, there's no way to become a brain surgeon in life without going through the tedious steps of taking each step one by one. This is an important step that most people think is a waste, but I will tell you, if you do this and you start this direction and you finish your list, I'm not saying you will ever need to finish your list, but if you happen to finish your list, you will be making well over what a diamond makes. All right. So let's see. I wanted you to go ahead and make this list. I wanted you to go ahead and number. Don't get me wrong. I know there's going to be people coming in your team that has maybe a 2 or 3, maybe a 1, or doesn't fit any of those numbers. You can't control the people that are brought to you, because then maybe it's your job to help them build their numbers. And we are a service-oriented company. Our job is to serve others. But if I had a business and I wanted to get everybody making $200 or some $1,000 or more, it's going to be easier for me to set my qualities high and start with high people to help push the top up than it is to start with low qualities and have to teach everybody from the ground up. I don't mind teaching. I just want to help more people. So I want my business to start with a great foundation, and everybody else will tend to follow along the way. Trust me, it happens. All right, let's see. I have, like I said, however you want to make it, get the names on the papers. In each column, get the numbers. So which list a person falls into and how they rate on your list will determine how and when you will approach them. Some people on your chicken list may require specific skills and knowledge above your current business level. You could be a surgeon, but you don't know enough about essential oils, the company, and the industry, so you may not be able to approach people on a business level. So it has nothing to do with your capabilities. It's where you are starting off in your qualities and your personal improvement. Okay, so not to worry as you work on your personal development, work on your team skills and your leadership skills, it will be so much easier to approach your chicken list and your warm list effectively, confidently, and capably. So we're gonna go ahead now. I don't care if you only have 100. Don't start calling until you have 100 and you have them rated. But concentrate on finishing this list ASAP, because it will make you more effective and help your business flow. And if you don't want to do it, your people won't want to do it. So do it yourself and it will duplicate, okay? Always start from start. If you are new, you want to start contacting people from your hot list and the ones that have the high rating. It does not mean you don't love Bob, who has a 2. It just means if you're going to start your business, you want strong business foundation first. So let's start talking to them and build teams from there. Let's see. Start with the ones who have the highest on your hot list with the highest rating. Now, remember to use the listening and contact skills that we talked about last week to help you invite them. You are letting these people know that you are new and you want someone to practice on, or that you want someone to take a look at the products or opportunity you are taking advantage. Almost always, you want to refer, if you're new, you want to refer your hot list to one of our live calls, one of a 3-way support team call, or host a class and have a leader come and present. It is much easier to follow up with people than it is to get them to understand oils, product, industry when you don't know enough about it yourself. So this hot list of people knowing you can be a positive or negative, but you can get in the door and invite. Remember, inviting's better than presenting. Invite them to one of our live calls, and you jump onto your live call, because as you jump onto the live calls yourself, you will get the education to make it more make yourself more confident. As you're moving through your hot list, don't be surprised if your support team begins to enroll people for you and you start getting free product, as well as increasing your knowledge. Hosting a class is a great way to do this. Some people can't come to your class, so you can refer anybody that can't come to a class presented by your upline to come to an online class, and then it's more effective for you to follow up. As you feel more comfortable in inviting and contacting people, I urge you to move into your cold list, and then feel free to also start getting to your high-rated warm list. You should feel more confident in sharing a little bit about the products because you've been using them yourself. And you will also have some knowledge on the product that if you hear somebody talk about a headache, you know to offer peppermint. You hear somebody talk about digestin, you can offer a sample of digestin. This confidence allows you to sample wisely for your initial first step, and then your follow-up to invite them to the class. So always remember, your initial contact or your follow-up of sampling is to get them scheduled to learn the facts, okay? Your job still is not to tell them about every single product, everything the company does, co-impact sourcing, healing hands recommendation. Your whole job with talking to someone is to invite them to take a sample, invite them to listen to a live, invite them to talk to your upline. That's your job. You can add people as you go to a cold list, of course, because as your hot list and warm list are becoming customers and members, you're asking for referrals. Do you know anybody that would be interested in taking advantage of the opportunities that you heard? Oh, do you know anybody that's suffering from the same issues that you're suffering from and pain? Don't you think Deep Blue would be amazing for them? Why don't you give me their name and number? I can contact them for you, and you tell them I'm amazing, I'm building this business, and I have some great support going on. This way, you see how fluently that is to get a referral. You can start inviting from a cold list through the credibility that they currently give you. That credibility of your people that give you referrals and them saying, you know, Parker's my go-to person, Annette is my go-to person, builds the credibility you need to build your business effectively. And last, with a strong foundation of getting some good hot people, getting warm people and feeling comfortable talking to cold people, because it doesn't matter, you don't know them either anyway, so they're great people to work with. You can go ahead and embrace your chicken list very effectively, very efficiently, because if you've gone through a lot of your hot and then you went through a lot of your warm and you're attending our weekly meetings and you're hosting classes yourself with somebody else presenting, you will be able to confidently go to your chicken list people and move from there. Remember how I said, feel free to reach out to, when you hit your chicken list, to a surgeon on the team, to a chiropractor on the team, to people on the team that can help you with their, to get in the door and comfortably speak on how they use the product themselves. Anytime, reach out to support. Now, this is if you're new. If you're not new, you know what's going to change? Absolutely nothing. You still should be creating a list and rating your list. Always start from the hot list, high rated hot list, and move on from there. Start from the start and start to build your team on the terms that you want with the characteristics and qualities you've always been looking for. There is an abundance out there to choose from. So now you have the opportunity to choose wisely yourself. It's time to get it done. I want you all that are listening today to get out there and start making your names list. Not only that, every time you write a name down on your hot, warm, and chicken, you can't do it on your cold, you don't know them, but your hot, warm, and chicken, give them a rating. If you want to write down in your cold, you're going to have to, see my dog is snoring, you're going to have to go back to the person that referred you, because they're your best asset, because you don't know much about these. After you've rated them and you've made your list, start inviting. Reach out and invite 2 people on your list to one of the live classes. Talk to your upline and see, or your support team, and see when they can have a 3-way calls, when they're available to pick up for a 3-way call. Or if you're ready, start with one-on-ones. They're the best way to get started from. We have an amazing education program out there for building a team. Remember, I had said in the beginning, you're improving yourself, you're building a team, and you're becoming a leader. So you can follow one of those and help you every step of the way. Remember to keep moving through your list. If someone doesn't answer the phone, leave a message and say, hey, can you give me a call back sometime? Don't go into detail. I just got involved with this. I want to know what you think. Just ask them, call you back. If you have a list, you just move on to the next one. Oh, you're not available on Tuesday, or Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday when classes are. You know, I'm looking to host a class on a Saturday. Does that work better for you? Move down your list until you get a commitment of at least 2 people a day. So last, always, always, always work on your personal development. We are very fortunate to be in an industry that offers personal improvement wrapped up in a compensation plan. I thank you so much for being a part of this Mentor Monday on writing an effective names list. If you need a PDF file on helping you jog your memory, just text memory jogger, I need that list, and I will email you the link. Thank you so much for being a part of this Monday Mentor call on building a list, and I hope you found it very educating. I am going to stop the recording